What up, everybody? What up, everybody? What up, everybody? It's Ep8. What up, everybody? It's Ep8. Everybody, let's talk about it. What up, everybody? It's Ep8. Let's talk about it. This is Insecure, Season 4, Episode 8, Lowkey Happy. Not gonna lie to y'all, I have procrastinated in making this video just because it's been a rough week. I mean, it's been a rough week for all of us. I don't know about y'all, but I've been sitting in my house punching the air for like 3 or 4 days with everything that's been going on around the country. I kind of felt like I really wasn't up to making the video or even watching the show, but I was glad that I did watch it because it was a great episode. It was a nice reprise from everything that's going on in the world today. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm still not sure because today's supposed to be like a Blackout Tuesday. I don't know if I'm supposed to post this video today or not, but we'll see. I might post it and just make it private until tomorrow or till midnight tonight. Who knows? This whole episode was about Lawrence and Issa kind of just being together, delving with their issues, dealing with whatever issues they had, and I just really just wanted this moment for Black love. Now, y'all know how I feel. I like Lawrence and Issa together. I think they should be back together. I don't think it's going to happen right away. I still think it's going to be in game. But we got a little glimpse of them kind of getting past whatever issues that they had at the time and the hurt and the pain from the breakup. And now they can discuss the issues in relationship. Basically, we start this episode off. Lawrence is waiting for Issa. She comes into the restaurant and she falls and trips, which was hilarious. Because the way they did it, I mean, she looked so smooth and it wasn't like you knew she was gonna trip. Like, you didn't know she was gonna trip. They usually do that setup pretty bad in rom-coms, but you didn't know she was gonna trip, and that whole fell hard, y'all. She fell hard as hell. I felt just like that. When I was in college, in the middle of the yard, it was a whole bunch of people, and everybody started laughing, and I couldn't do nothing but just lay down there too, bitch, and let them laugh at me. I had to laugh too, because this shit was funny. They get up, they get themselves together, and they go talking. Now, the club eventually gets really loud, okay, and people all up in between them, you know what I'm saying? Oh, my bad, I ain't see y'all dancing and all of that. So they decide to leave and go to, like, a restaurant. I think they went to that restaurant. She was saying, or he was saying that he wanted to go to a restaurant that they were supposed to go to together when they were together, so that she never got to go to. So they go to this restaurant, and they had a good time at the restaurant. Like, the whole show, they were talking about issues that they had. So at this restaurant, they spoke about, she finally gets him to say what it is he want to talk about. And he's just like, I was thinking, I hadn't talked to you, and I was just thinking about us and what happened between us. And so they kind of go into that talk, and they talk about, the fact that they weren't talking, and he's like, why Daniel? She tells him it wasn't because it was Daniel, it was just because I wasn't getting any attention, and he showed up and he was paying me attention, and you wouldn't tell me what was going on with you wouldn't tell me what you were going through, you wouldn't tell me anything, so it just seemed like you just didn't want me. You know what I mean? Like, and he tells her, well, every time I got up in the morning, you got up in the morning to go to work, it was a reminder of what he didn't have and how he hadn't accomplished things. And he said that he wanted to go back home, but he just stayed there to kind of make her happy. And she in turn tells him that she was driving around after work and she didn't even want to come home. And y'all, I promise y'all, I identified so much with this relationship because in one relationship I was in, I was miserable. I was living with the person and I was miserable, okay? And I literally will go to happy hour or drive around so that I would not have to go home. That's how much I did not want to go home to this man. So I understood her being in that position. But what I did was I just got an apartment and was like, boom, I'm leaving, okay? That's how I did it. And in another relationship, we've been through a lot of things together, a lot of things, and we've had that talk where there's been like extreme hurt and pain, and then later on you have the perspective and you can say, well, I was going through this, where you was going through this, and you see kind of the humanity in people. I can't really explain it to y'all, but as you get older, you see cheating is wrong, lying is wrong, all those things are wrong, right? But people, that's why I like Lawrence as a character, because he's not a magical Negro, nor is he like this evil villain. You know what I'm saying? He's not either one. He's just a human. People make mistakes, and people have reasons why they make mistakes. That reason could just be he a fuck boy, or she's a, a fuck girl or whatever. She want to just do whatever. Or that reason could be something legitimate, and only after you've gotten over the hurt part and that part where you're angry and you have the vitriol towards the other person for hurting you, I mean, which is valid, but after you get over that part, you can discuss the root of the issue and, you know, maybe be together or maybe just have that information to take with your next relationship and do with it what you will. You know what I'm saying? So they discussed that, and we really have figured out that Lawrence was actually depressed. He was sad, he was upset, but he was like, we had reconnected. We had rekindled our relationship, and we were working on it, and you must have wanted to destroy that. But y'all got to remember, that was after he got the job. And after she slept with Daniel, she felt bad, you know, and then she ignored Daniel, and then she was like, you know, really focused on him because he had got a job and it was making it work. So he was just saying, you know, if that hadn't happened, you know, would they still be together? Would they, you know, whatever. And what I loved about Issa this episode is that she was very relaxed. She wasn't as awkward as she normally is. One of the reasons why I love them together is that they have this relationship that I have not seen her replicate with any other man that she's been with on this show. They know each other so well. She ordered the man food, everything down to the T at the table. That's how you know that's your bae boo bae. Okay, you know him like the back of your hand. So basically throughout the night, he's getting texts from Condola. A lot of people are saying that they think that Condola is pregnant. I'm not sure if that's the case. I feel like that's the Tyler Perry way to go. I mean, it's not like it couldn't happen, but I feel like we've seen this plot before. We saw the game. Y'all seen the game when Darnell went out there. Was it Darnell? Whatever his name was. He went out there and got somebody pregnant. We've seen this before on many different shows where the couple about to get back together and then he gets somebody else pregnant. So I hope they don't go through that storyline with us. But I just read that she was trying to get some. She was calling him all night. If y'all remember, her homegirls was telling Lawrence that, you know, she just wanted something light. She just wanted something fun. Or maybe she does want something serious now. She's rethought how she felt before, and she want to take that step, and that's why she's trying to get in touch with him so much, which is why I felt at least Issa had her love and basketball moment. Without jumping ahead, they do run into TSA Bay for a minute, and he with his girl Mazda, okay, and they, you know, talking. He just let it out that they used to smash, and Lawrence handled that too, like a grown man. He didn't get upset because, truth be told, he don't have no reason to be upset. They done been broke up for over a year. You remember Issa's birthday? You remember that? Okay, so they've been broke up for over a year, so she can do whatever she want, and, you know, Lawrence shouldn't have boo to say about it. So, he handled that really good. Like, he got her back for doing that. Okay, I was like, you better do that. I love the art walk scene. When they was at the art walk, that scene was just pure cinematography, like genius. The stripe lights with them standing with the opposite clothes on with the light. Like, she had red on, but her light was blue, and he had blue on, and his light was red, and they was looking at each other in the cloud things and stuff. Ow. Things and stuff. Ow. Is that a man? So, I just thought that whole scene was beautiful. I thought the whole scene was just gorgeously shot. I was happy. I was smiling. I was in my feels. He's getting these calls from Condola. He kind of dodging her, telling he gonna call her back. He gonna call her back. And so at the end of the night, you know, Issa cracks a joke about his apartment, and they go into the apartment, and he's like, I just wanted to see your face, you know what I'm saying? When you see my apartment, it's bomb. And she like, you know what, it's all right, you grown or whatever. You grown. And at different times during the night when they was talking, you know, Issa was talking about what makes her happy and about her doing these projects. And Lauren was like, man, I really like you like this. Like, wow, you're really doing it, you know? So when she saw his apartment, she was like, wow, you're really doing it. And like I told y'all, he was in San Francisco for a job interview. Didn't I tell y'all that? I told y'all that. I be knowing. I'm telling you, my homegirl worked for Apple. She live out there. He gets another call from Condola. She wants him to come through tonight. Okay, I was like, oh, she trying to get a late night visit. You know what I mean? My thing was, if you was pregnant, you would call him in the morning. You know, a pregnant bitch gonna be like, meet me at the diner in the morning. Meet me at the Waffle House. We need to talk, okay? Like, tomorrow. Like, you ain't gonna be calling him to your house at no 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock in the morning because we know it was that type of time, okay? So I feel like she just wanted some. But, you know, this show is, you know, you never know, child. They could throw us for a loop. So Issa needs to use the bathroom. He invites her in the apartment. Gives the Uber guy or the Lyft guy some money. Invites her in, like I said, and she goes to the restroom and she comes back and she hears him talking to Condola, telling Condola that he was gonna hit her up later, or he might gonna try to make it tonight. So Issa looks visibly disappointed, but she's like, you know what? I'm just gonna go. You know, the lift probably waiting. Like, I ain't gonna lie, she took her stripes like, okay, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I'm gonna go home. I was like, Issa is so fucking mature this episode. Girl, you better be mature, because I don't know if I could have been that mature. You know what I mean? So she does that, and then she's like, she tells him, well, what if I wanted to stay? You know, what if I don't want the night to end? And then when he was like, I'm happy, and she said, you make me happy. And he said, you make me happy. And then they started kissing, baby, and they made sweet chocolate, brown sugar, shea butter, baby love, okay? And I was here for it. I was like, I want a boyfriend. Bitch, I want a boyfriend. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. The next morning, she wakes up. She puts her clothes on. She did buy the sweatshirt from the art show. She did have on jeans. This was a big deal. Like, did she have on Condola sweatshirt? Where them clothes came from? She bought the sweatshirt at the art walk. I don't know if people missed that. And she had jeans on. The bitch had a blazer on, but she had jeans on the whole night. So all she did was put the jeans back on, put the shirt on. And so he was like, you know, what you doing today? Or not what you doing today, but you know, how you feel? And she was like, I'm good. You know, like, I'm cool. And he was like, okay, you good? She was like, I'm good. And he was good too. And he was like, well, I can bring you home. You want me to bring you home? She was like, nah, it's good. I'm gonna walk. And that bitch walked, baby. She had that dick walk, baby. She had that pep in her step. That hoe was like, boom, I'm walking. Like Mary was singing in the background, bitch. I was like, girl, you better walk. Walk, sis. I don't know if that means they're going to get back together. I don't, you know, it could have been like a closure moment. I feel like something going to knock us with the okie doke in a couple of, you know, weeks. But I don't feel like I said, I feel like it could have been a closure moment for them. It could have been a, let's close it up for right now. You know what I'm saying? He might be moving to Sacramento or wherever he was at, San Francisco. So, you know, that'll be some time for them to be apart, for them to have 2 more seasons, and then for them to get back together at the end. Because I didn't get this is it forever. You know what I'm saying? I got this is it for right now. We're good with each other, and we could get back together if we wanted to, okay? So, but we don't know if he's... And he did tell her about Condola prior to her walking on the phone. Issa didn't know that he was trying to get together with her that night. But he did tell her that they was talking. So I was cool with that. Long as, I mean, when she saw the phone call, he was like, we've been talking. But, you know, he was honest. He was honest. He was upfront. I don't have no problem with that. Those are 2 grown people. Somebody in my group, my insecure group, was like, y'all really feel like sleeping with exes for closure? I said, no, I don't feel like sleeping for exes for closure is always the best thing to do. But I do feel like 2 grown single people can sleep with each other if they want to. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel no type of ways about Condola, because we've been knowing Condola in her braid for like 2 minutes. And the last time we seen Condola, she said we broke up. So do I feel like that's messy? No. If you broke up with the nigga and then you try to get back with him on a slick, baby, that don't have nothing to do with me. Okay? So I hope that Lawrence is, you know, forthright, because it can be messy if he start lying to Condola. You know what I mean? Like, that can be messy. He could just tell her, or if him and Issa don't mess around no more and he end up being with Condola, do he have to tell Condola he messed around with Issa that one time? Maybe. If he, you know, I think it would be messed up if Issa like displayed that she wanted to be back with him. And a lot of people I see talking about this show is coming from the aspect of Issa wants to be back with him and he's gonna pick such and such over her. I don't think that she necessarily want to get back with him right now. I think that they settled whatever animosity and hate they had for each other, between each other. You know what I'm saying? I know they did it in season 2 when he just said, I'm sorry for everything I did wrong. I'm sorry if I did wrong. And they just kind of left it. But now is the deeper conversation. So I appreciated that. But I don't think this necessarily means they finna get back together or she wants him back or she's going to be trying to compete. Like, I didn't catch none of them vibes or whatever. So... I know it was kind of short today. Like I said, I wasn't really in the mood to be. That's why I didn't do it yesterday. I wasn't really in the mood with everything going on. Plus, I started a job. I got my shirt on today. I started a job at the Talented 10th summer program for the kids, okay? So I'll be at work all day long. So I want to tell y'all first, shout out to my new subscribers. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? Thank you for joining us. Also want to say shout out to my subscriber who sent me some money on my birthday. I appreciate you, girl. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. And just don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Like I told y'all, I'll be coming with a homecoming video. I'm trying to give y'all about a week or so to watch it, actually, before I put the video up. So Homecoming Season 2, if you have not watched that, that's with Janelle Monáe. Please check that out if you have not seen it. I'm going to be making a video about it, but I don't want to be giving y'all spoilers, so I want you to see it. If you haven't seen Stephen James, he's in season 1 of Homecoming with Julia Roberts. Also a very good show, okay? So that's all I got. I ain't got no more. I'll holler at y'all next time, all right? Stay black. Stay blessed, all right? Stay safe. Peace.